Hey everyone, back again with the lattice boom, the metal boom. This is pretty much off of the 16,000 model. Now I took the drums that came with this and tried to use them. Well, I am using them. They're okay. They're not quite as round as the ones that I made myself, but of course they look better until they start spinning. But if you can get beyond that, they do the job. They work. I guess when they make these, they just don't really, they're not thinking that these things could actually work. So they're not really worried about getting things perfectly round, because the fastest they're going to ever spin is as fast as you can spin it with the hand crank that comes with the model, I guess. So anyways, I did a little modification. Go over here. I got my motors on them. So I was able to mount my motors to the side plates of these hoists. So that's all good. So everything is good. I did use their pennants, the metal pennant, instead of the airplane rod that I've been using. This stuff, I guess, as long as there's a load on it, I wouldn't think the screws are going to loosen up, but something you would have to watch even more so than what I was using. So basically that was it. I did put the mast on this. Here's the pennants for the cart, which I don't have on here. I do have one, but I'm not going to put it on yet. As far as the boom, this is about 370, give or take 10 foot or something, but kind of got the windmill tip on it. But it's just about touching the top of the ceiling there. Let's see. Kind of like see it. It's hard to get the whole crane in one picture because it's so damn tall. But yeah, so it's basically almost as tall as the Luffer was. My old Luffer, which I just took that off and laid it up here. See, this is the old Luffer. So basically it just came right off and this went right on. See if you can see better here. Shut that light off over there. So that's what it looks like. Looks pretty nice. And I also have a cab that I was able to get. So it's the actual 1/50th scale cab on here. So I do have a little load on here. Don't know exactly how much it weighs. I would say about a pound. Whatever that is, 16 times 7,800. I got a 4-part on here, and it's not quite to the tip. The tip, you got a single shiv, and then right behind it you got like 3 shifts. You can go 6-part off that little windmill rooster, whatever you want to call it. So, and as far as the mast, if that's 370, that mast is probably at least 200. So, took the time to measure it. And I'm using their shiv. Conveniently they have 8 shivs on this thing. And I have an 8-shiv bridle laying around, so that worked out good. That's pretty nice and straight. far as this boom is a little snaky. So, but I guess it's makes up for it in the looks department. I know that if I make my own boom, it'll probably be a little bit more heavier and a lot more straighter. But not bad. This is not bad. It's a lot easier than making your own boom. A lot easier. And it probably looks better, more realistic, because it is actually a copy of a Manitowoc 16,000 boom. Okay, now, as you can see, I have a wire going up there. I got my, I'm not using rechargeables anymore. I'm just running right to the wall outlet. That's a 120 to 6 volt converter. So I'm running 6 volt right up into the middle of the crane to a swivel, and that comes up and feeds the crane. So let's see here. Let's see if I can set this camera up on something so I can operate without having to hold the camera. That's not too good. That look not too bad, as long as it doesn't fall. I don't know if that's gonna work. I need to make myself a little camera holder. Let's see here. If I can go right here. Yeah, I think that does. Yes, I got my camera in a vise. You caught me. Okay. Okay, let's see. I'll try and keep the camera in that frame, I think. Let's see. Do that. They can put it right here. We'll see how that is. Try moving this real quick. Yeah, that's probably better. I really can't get the whole thing. Let me look back. Maybe I could. I almost got the whole thing. Well, I'll boom down a little bit. See if I can level that out. Okay. So now to run. Okay. Swinging. Okay. Now I'm just going to mass forward just to do it. Right there, I'm massing forward. We'll stop right there. Now we'll boom down. Boom down, hoist down. And we'll swing. Now I'm booming down and hoisting up. And swinging. Let's see if I can get that load of steel right in front of this camera. Yeah, I don't think I might quite get it here, but close. That load is actually some telescoping boom sections. Whoa. Oops. Well, I guess you couldn't handle it at that radius. So, isn't that cool? Look at that. What a train wreck. Wow. That is fucking awesome. Excuse my French. Okay, it doesn't look like we got too much of a damage. Luckily, none of this stuff got undone. So let's do this. Okay, let me take that off there. Yeah. Alright. Okay, pretty cool. I could actually say I had a crane wreck. Everything looks pretty good. Damn, that was awesome. Okay. Boom looks pretty good. Didn't lose any ribbon anywhere. Everything is still where it should be. Anyways, that's the capacity right there with with that steel. You can only go up that far, or else bad things happen. Okay, so let's put the counterweight back on. What's this? Oh, it's a piece of wire. See, what the hell was that? Obviously, I didn't have enough counterweight on it. I didn't have it stacked up as much as I should have had. Plus, I didn't have counterweights on the lower, on the pedestal. So that was my bad. I didn't have it dressed as much as I should have. So that was operator error. So now get those weights on the there. That's all she needed. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I'll put a couple more counterweight on just for safe. Just be safe. Then I am going to put that load right back on there because I am stubborn as hell. All right. pockets. Well, I hope I got a good shot of it going over whatever where the tripod was aiming at. Got some of it anyways. Now let's see what happens. Alright, let's try that again. Hopefully she doesn't fall over again. Okay, where were we at? Right there. Okay. Okay, well I think that's good enough. I don't want to crash it again. So anyways, let's see if we can swing. Okay. That looks decent. So there you go. A little action. A pretty crane. What more could you ask for? Some girls in bikinis, I know. But I don't have that. Okay. So, pretty nice, huh? She could take a licking and keep on ticking. I'm going to mask back a little bit. Okay, going up. Come down with that load. Now that I'm running a true 6-volt, I think that the crane is running, the motors are running a little bit faster. And you don't have to worry about recharging them. Anyways, we're going to have to end this video because we have to go drug test that operator right now, because that's the first thing that happens when there's an accident. You know that. Right away. Yeah, the operator is probably on drugs. So, we got to let him go test some drugs now. Let's see. We'll boom that thing up. I'm going to have to give that crane a little bit more of a once-over, but I think it came down pretty gently, tipping, you know. Let's see how much deflection we get. I would say more than I expected. Okay, well that's a long ass video, 20 minutes. If you're still with me, that's all folks.